What is your personal story?
Yeah, so my personal story. So I wasn't always outgoing and, you know, being able to just stand out in front of a crowd, you know, doing speaking and helping other people grow their business. I was actually very shy when I was younger. When I was younger, I actually had these stepsisters that were really, evil stepsisters, like the whole Cinderella story. It was just exactly as you might have pictured it in Cinderella. So yeah, I was bullied all the time, just constantly getting put down, having to do everybody's chores. So it was a really like a dark time in my life, and that kind of, I just shut down. And then I vividly remember I was walking to the bathroom, passing my dad's hallway when I was 8 years old. And he had a gun, and he was just like putting it away, but I had seen it. So a light bulb went off in my mind, and I was like, oh, this could be a way that I could end all this pain and suffering. I don't have to deal with the bullying. I don't have to be such a problem to everyone, because I thought that's why I was getting bullied, because I was being this big problem. So I really shut down, and I think that's probably a lot of, what drives me to do what I want to do now is I was very shut down. I had a lot of limiting beliefs that I wasn't worthy. What I had to say didn't matter. Like I wasn't going to amount to, be able to do great things in the world. And so, so after that day, I saw the gun. I had this idea. I told my friend about the plan, and I was like, okay, no one's going to be home when I'm younger, or that day after school, I was like, no one's going to be at home. So I'm going to use the gun. I'm going to end my life. And so thankfully, she told her parents, we told my parents, and then I got help, and so I went to counseling. But yeah, from there, I just have such like a deep wanting to give back to people that feel in that sense that they're not good enough, that they don't believe in themselves. So I want them to be able to know that we can live a life that we want to create on our own terms. And for me, freedom is very important. So that's what I like to teach people, is that they can get freedom. And then also another one of my stories is why spirituality is so important to me, is because my first love was murdered, and so at that time I never went to church. I just thought we were just these people that just live and died, in these bodies. I didn't really think there was anything more than that. But after he died, I was in a low, dark place, and I put a lot of happiness into him. And so now I'm realizing, we need to live and love ourselves and be happy with ourselves, not, get that, you can get it from other people, but not to depend on that from other people. And that's like your only source. And so one day I was really sad and down, and I was like, man, I really just need you here. I need you around. And then I got this really warm embrace. And so it was a feeling like I'd never felt before. So that's what made me realize, like, there's something bigger. There's some force of love. Like this, just something so much more powerful than I am in this little body. So that's when I, opened my mind to spirituality and really on a quest for truth. And so I wanted to, figure out, what is our potential in the world? Like, what are we capable of? Like, why are we here? And so all those big questions. And so that's kind of like where I've been on this path of like personal development, professional development, just seeing what's possible and how powerful we can really be. So I love Tony Robbins. The movie The Secret was a big changing moment in my life too. I was like, I wanted to find out the secret. Like, what is the secret? So I found out, there's the law of attraction and the law of vibration, which Bob Proctor talks about with our Thinking to Results program. And so there's all these universal laws that we can use so we can better our lives, better the world. I just was fascinated by all these concepts and just head down, like just learned it, and then have been teaching it ever since.
One of those ideas is the belief in the infinite power of the individual. Is that in human potential? Is that something you believe in?
Oh, so much so. Yeah, no, infinite possibilities. I think people block it. It's kind of with the Course in Miracles too. It's like we just need to remove the blocks from like love's presence, from that powerful, being that we are inside. But I believe that. I believe we can do great things. All those examples we learned about the guy who ran the 4-minute mile, which was like, they said if you tried to do it, you were going to die, like your lungs were going to collapse. And we realized, like, it's possible. You have that belief, and airplanes fly, right? This like huge metal ton, however many tons it is, it's flying through the air. Like that seemed impossible before.
Great.